And after the first 2 rounds, the battle lines in the various classes, as well as the overall production car and junior production car championships, have been clearly drawn. Great news is the return of the Alfa Romeo squad, with the homologation problems that kept their 2 147 GTA cars from racing at Kyalami last time round now sorted out.
In Cape Town, you guys qualified but weren't allowed to race. Now you've qualified and you are allowed to race. How has things changed?
Okay, we're obviously delighted with the fact that we're now allowed to race. We've got the whole homologation process behind us. I think we owe it not only to our sponsors, to Fiat South Africa, but also to the Alfa to be back on the track. We're absolutely delighted.
So all of that has now been put behind you?
Very much so. I think we had a slight hitch, but we've put all of that behind us with the cooperation of Motorsport South Africa.
And it seems that the cars are actually quite competitive as well.
Well, we've just done in the official warm-up this morning, we've done the fastest lap. The cars are going tremendously. We've done a lot of testing. And we're very happy with our results at the moment, and we look forward to the race.
In Class A, Anthony Taylor qualified in pole position, but look at that, Steve Wyndham is in second place ahead of Martin Steyn in the 147 Alpha, and then only championship leader Etienne van der Linde.
Steve, well done, second on the grid. Promising start to the weekend.
Yeah, no, we're very happy. We've done quite a lot of work on the Falcon, and I think the slicks also suit us now. We've the big heavy car, and it's nice to split the BMWs. It's nice to see the Alfa in there too. So I think we're going to have a good race. The times are very close. I think it's a tenth of a second between Paul and myself. So
you've always had some reliability issues with this car. Do you think they've been solved now?
Yeah, I think it's we battle the cars imported from Australia, and a lot of parts, and we haven't got a big budget, so. But Ford Credit's been kind to us and helped us, so we've got to sort of just spend the money sparingly. But it's been reliable now. We've got it sorted out quite nicely now, and I'm happy to be on pole. Let's get a good start, jump the start, and off we go.
In Class B, Sean van der Linde, the overall production car championship leader, has pole position, but his privateer mini teammate Craig Nicholson gets second position ahead of Clint Weston in the Ford and Philip Kekana in fourth.
Craig, well done. Second row of the grid, best performance so far this year.
Thanks very much. Team have really been working hard. We've done some testing at last, which has really helped, and it's just wonderful to put the Sabat Mini on the front row at last.
So was the problem previously really just the lack of testing?
No, purely lack of testing. We just didn't have enough time. Every time we were at the track, we were dealing with issues to do with reliability on a new car. It's often a big issue, rather than looking for pace. We've now had 2 test sessions looking for pace, and the results speak for themselves.
Dave Compton in the Toyota starts from pole in Class C ahead of Cor Kramwinkel in the Daihatsu Gerard. Shane Williams from Cape Town in third ahead of Eckhard Schundknecht in the Turbo Diesel Polo. All set for the start of the first race in round 3 of the Production Car Championship. In pole position in his BMW, it's Anthony Taylor, but next to him on the front row, the Ford of Steve Wyndham. We've already had a retirement as we get underway. Robbie Smith with his BMW has pulled off, and a good start there for Steve Wyndham. We'll also watch the progress of the Alphas. In third position, it's Martin Steyn. He's trying to tuck into there, just behind a bit on the inside. Here comes Martin Steyn on the inside of Telkom. This is dangerous. 3 cars don't go in there. Martin Steyn's got the inside line, but it is Steve Wyndham going very, very wide. Which one of them is going to come out? And Wyndham has got it. Steve Wyndham has got the lead as they're going to Nashua for the first time, and thankfully no bumping and barging and no huge crashes so far. Let's hold thumbs as the Class B and Class C cars go through. We pick up the class battles as well as we continue, but Steve Wyndham is leading at Kyalami. This is a great change to what we've seen in the past. Of course, the 2 BMWs of Taylor and Etienne van der Linde are carrying success ballast, but look at this. This is Ford versus Alfa. Martin Steyn is looking very, very dangerous into Goodyear corner for the first time. Behind them, it's Anthony Taylor. There is Steve Morris in the K80 States BMW, and a whole bunch of BMWs and other Alphas also involved there. But this is where we focus at, the leading group coming through the S's now for the first time. And the second Alfa 147, great to see them back, is driven by Mona Jurgens. Of course, there's the Mercedes coming through, being chased hard by Marco Cunha in the third Alfa. But at the front, Steve Wyndham is defending against Martin Steyn, who is absolutely charging as hard as he possibly can. So, wow, this is a breathless start to the race. We get into Westbank corner for the first time. Absolutely great stuff. Side by side, and bumping there, and the Alfa's got it. Martin Steyn goes into the lead, and all the Alfa right here at Kyalami will be celebrating as they see this. How long is it going to last? Well, for them, let's hope it lasts until the end. So Martin Steyn has got it in the Alfa from Steve Wyndham, who is now under pressure from Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor on the inside is going to try and push his way through into second position into Yokohama, and Steve Wyndham takes a shortcut. There will certainly be some talking to him about that afterwards. He retained his second position, but he took a shortcut. I'm sure that's not allowed in terms of the rules as we get around Vodacom for the first time at the end of lap 1. And it is Martin Steyn looking down under huge cheers here from the crowd and the main grandstand. And look at the gap that he's been able to pull there. Greg Maloney.
He is absolutely flying, Hendrik. I cannot tell you, these Alphas have been sitting waiting to get out onto the race circuit to show what they can do. And Martin Steyn is showing exactly what these 147s can do. Now we know why there's so much trouble with them in the first place. You can see that the BMs and the Ford boys were worried that the Alphas are going to run away. And I tell you something, Martin Steyn is making it look too easy.
Well, I tell you what, it's an absolute revelation, as you're saying. Clearly, his strategy at the moment is to try and break away, because I'm sure that he's a little bit concerned about whether he'll be able to hold onto the grip that he gets from his tyres. There is Class B. That's Sean van der Linde. Well clear of Craig Nicholson in the second mini, the same that car, coming in there, helping him up. And, well, where is the Ford of...
Looks like he's
Western,
in fourth place at the moment.
There is. Kurt Western has really been struggling this weekend. Yellow flags are out. Oh,
that's Miguel Pasquale.
Miguel Pasquale.
But here we go, back with the leaders, and tell you something, this battle between the Fords and the BMs is starting to heat up. The Alfa is starting to be closed down as well. Martin Steyn has lost a bit of time to the Ford of Steve Wyndham there, but then of course we've got Taylor tucked in right behind the big Ford, and right behind him is Stephen Morris in the States car, and coming up is Etienne van der Linde, even though he's carrying all that weight.
Well, let's keep an eye on this gap between race leader Martin Steyn and the man in second position in the Ford, Steve Wyndham. It was 1.2 seconds as they crossed the line at the start of lap 4. And yes, he may have lost some time, but I tell you what, this battle here is also slowing these 4 drivers down, and the tires are starting to work very, very hard. Tires.
Of course, they're running those brand new semi-slicks now as well. They had them done in Cape Town for the first time, so they've had a bit of time to actually get the cars set up with those new semi-slicks. And of course, they're starting to pay off here. And the bigger cars are having a lot easier time with these Bridgestone semi-slicks than what the smaller cars are having. But as you see, the Alfa seems to have it all in order at this stage. But of course, as I said, here comes Etienne van der Linde. He's in shot right now, and he's starting to put the hammer down. And that battle that's raging between the Ford of Wyndham and the other BMW of his teammate Anthony Taylor is allowing him to catch up to that battle, and he's going to be in contention for that second place any minute now.
As we see, that is, I think that's Robbie Smith. As we talk, yes, Robbie Smith has actually rejoined. He pulled off just before the start of the race. The engine didn't seem to run well at all, but clearly they've been able to sort that one out, so he's now just mixing it up with the 2 Class B front runners. Still it's Sean van der Linde and Craig Nicholson, and Sean van der Linde currently leading the production car championship. He's won all 4 the races held so far, and seemingly no problems for him here. Here's the leaders again, and we'll see that gap was 1.2 seconds. It seems very much lower now, and Stevie Morris, he's carrying the battle scars, fighting it out there with Anthony Taylor. I think van der Linde slower in the background. Of course, he will lose that additional weight after this if he finishes down the order. Oh, look at this. Craig Nicholson has caught up with Sean van der Linde. Well, this is a situation many versus many, and there's no team orders here. These are 2 separate drivers. They're certainly not in the same team. So has Sean van der Linde made a mistake? Has that allowed Craig Nicholson to close up, or does van der Linde have a problem? Who knows?
Well, there's also the possibility van der Linde is running a lot more weight than what Craig Nicholson will be running.
Indeed.
So, of course, Nicholson in a very equally prepared and equally time sections around the circuit, of course, to what Sean van der Linde is doing, and it looks like he's actually going to have a go at him down into the S's.
Great.
Craig Nicholson up the inside, and looks like he's got him. He has indeed. What a fantastic bit of driving there.
Fantastic.
Nicholson goes through in the same Mini, overtaking the Castro Mini of Sean van der Linde. So this is a turn up for the books. This man, the last time we were in Kyalami, was sitting in about 6th place in the B class, and now he's leading. Unbelievable stuff.
Great stuff there. Well done, Craig Nicholson, and I'm not sure that Sean gifted him that. Oh, the leaders now coming. Oh, he's under pressure. Martin Steyn is certainly fighting, he's defending. They're coming amongst the back markers, and this is going to have a huge effect if they slow the leaders down. Coming to, I think that's Pasquale.
Looks like it's Pasquale, yeah. Of course, he was involved in a spin up at Nashville. He's going to get way out of the way. For sure, he doesn't be involved in that steam train that's coming through there right now.
Nice driving, nice sportsmanship there. Well done, Miguel. He's learnt. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of lap 6 now. Still, it is Martin Steyn, Steve Wyndham, Anthony Taylor, Stephen Morris, Etienne van der Linde. Richard Sorensen is a little bit further back. Morno Jurgens in the second 147 is currently in 7th place. He's chased by his teammate Martin Acuna in the 156. Robbie Smith is up into 9th position and bringing up the rear in Class A. He's now cleared the Class B cars as we see them coming to Telkom once again. So 6 laps gone, 3 more to go, and things are getting hectic at the front of this field.
They are indeed. This Alfa is working overtime to stay ahead of the Ford and the BMs. Those BMs are not going to be as popular and as dominant as they normally are here at Kyalami. Of course, the BMs have sort of really dominated the field here in production cars at Kyalami. And of course, here we go, 2 new contenders. Well, one new contender completely in terms of its first race out and leading in its first actual angered race here. Fantastic stuff.
When they came out here to Kyalami last time around, it was basically just a shakedown run, and then of course they ran into the homologation problems. That has now been cleared, and what a way for them to come back at this race. But Sean van Linde is fighting back. They know that they've got only after this 1 more lap to go. The leaders.
Perfect bit of driving there from Sean van Linde today. Absolutely perfect through that AA bowl there. And I tell you something. Oh, look,
Nicholson coming back.
Nicholson's going to come
He's
straight
coming back
and
he's got the line. He's got the line into the Yokohama kink, and he's taken back that lead. Our front runners have already crossed the line to begin their final lap. We'll get back to that battle at the front as well. But how can you stay away from this? As Van der Linde has another look on the inside of Nicholson, and Nicholson is fighting back. There's no question that there's nothing arranged between these two. Only a few more corners to go. Martin Steyn on his way here to a historical victory in his Alfa, but not if Steve Wyndham can do anything about it. The Ford people are standing up. The Alfa people are standing up, and there's the BMW supporters as well on their feet as they go into Yokohama corner for the final time. The kink. Whoa, some contact there.
Bonnie de Brain just
getting on
pushed out of the way by his teammates as well. Another Ford driver.
And now Wyndham could have lost out, but that is not going to change the order as Martin Steyn floors the accelerator down the straight. The checkered flag awaits. For the first time in 20-odd years, Alfa has won in South African motorsport. Martin Steyn does it in the 147 GTA car. In fact, just to correct ourselves there, it is not in 20 years in South Africa, but 20 years out at Kyalami, but still a great victory there for Martin Steyn. A very good performance from Steve Wyndham, and Anthony Taylor and Etienne van der Linde complete the top 4.
Martin, fantastic race, well done. It all started at the start, didn't it?
Yes, I had a pretty good start of the line. I got in next to Steve and Anthony. Steve managed to get around the outside of us through the first corner. And then I pushed Steve. I saw his pace was a bit slow. And coming down the mine shaft, I got a better run out of the West Bank corner. And we touched going down, touch. And then I got in the front and I managed to pull a gap. And then they started reeling me in, and then it started getting hard to the end, but we did it, so awesome.
The surprise of the day, Craig Nicholson taking his first victory in Class B in the Mini Cooper S ahead of championship leader Sean van der Linde. A good solid performance also from Philip Kakana.
Craig, you've finally done it. How does it feel?
Brilliant. It's fantastic. It's a combination of not just this season, but 3 years' work, and I've had fantastic sponsors like Sabat behind me all this time. To finally pay them back is wonderful. It's a great day as well because we've just brought a new sponsor on board in Basel, and having their support has helped. And it's just, I can't thank my guys enough. They just, it's a dream come true for me.
The race itself couldn't have been tighter. I mean, you guys were neck and neck all the time.
It was very tight, and really I owe Sean one. He was very gentlemanly about it. I think if I was in anything but a mini, it might have been a different outcome on a couple of occasions. So he had a good hand in that, and it was a good race, and I hope that we can continue to race like that in future.
Another turn up for the books. Class C winner Cor Kraalwinkel, his first victory of the season in the Daihatsu Sirion ahead of Echard Schönknecht in the Volkswagen Polo TDI. An all BMW front row with Etienne van der Linde in pole position, his teammate Anthony Taylor in second place. Martin Steyn, who won the last race, in third place on the grid. And as we say, it was a humdinger last time around. The first Alfa win in 20 years at Kyalami, but this is likely to be different. As a very good start there for Etienne van der Linde. And Martin Stein again, great start. I think everybody got caught out. One of the Alphas just slowing down. The 156, I think. Marco de Cunha is coming to a stop, unfortunately. But it is Etienne van der Linde, Martin Stein, and there's Anthony Taylor on the inside. And I think he's going to retake that second position. There is Marco de Cunha. Unfortunately, the 156 immediately out of the race, didn't even take the start. Back to the leaders. And it is Etienne van der Linde carrying the number 1. He's the reigning champion, who is in second position as they come into and out of Goodyear corner, neck and neck. Martin Stein on the outside, Anthony Taylor on the inside. Stein is in a dangerous position, but he's placed himself very well for the inside of Goodyear corner coming up. He's got the inside line and he's got the position. Stein goes into second place, getting it sideways. Absolutely sideways there. Good car control again, but that would have cost him some momentum as Anthony Taylor all over him like a rash. Into the S's now for the first time, and well, it's fine, tight battle already developing here for second position as Etienne van der Linde starts to pull well clear into the distance. Meanwhile, in Class B, on board with Doug Reekie, he's got Zach de Silva on his outside, closing up. The blue car is Clint Weston in the Furman Glass Ford Focus, not been on the pace this weekend. Oh, and de Silva turns in their contact, and Reekie does well to keep his car under control, but de Silva has disappeared on the outside of the corner. Oh, another problem. This is Molefe Lebete, and that car's not going anywhere.
And into the A ball first time, and it's Etienne from Anthony Taylor.
Okay, sorry, Greg, the safety car sign has come out. Safety car's out. That's why. It's Molefe Lebete, who unfortunately is not going anywhere. You can see the reason why. So these drivers must be careful now because the yellow flags are out right around the corner. They still seem to be racing. As on board we go with Stephen Morris. They definitely still racing. Morris touches Martin Stein there, and they have not seen the safety car board yet. Oh, and there's contact there between Martin Stein and Anthony Taylor. I suspect what happened is that Taylor all of a sudden saw the safety car board. Martin Stein probably didn't see it, and Taylor came off the accelerator, and there was absolutely nowhere to go for Martin Stein. But that's a very unfortunate situation. The car parked there on the inside, and this is simply exacerbating the situation. The safety car is out already. Anthony Taylor is going nowhere, and that car is not parked in an ideal position, not at all. So Colin Clay in the safety car, the MG safety car, just leads the field until the track gets cleared. As we have another look at this from Martin Stein's perspective, there was contact between him and Anthony Taylor there, but look at how close he is to Anthony Taylor, and he's absolutely unsighted as Taylor comes off the accelerator. He didn't even brake, no brake lights there, and one of those unfortunate incidents, unfortunate for both parties. The car being towed away there, so we should be ready to go racing pretty soon. They are now going to come around to complete lap 4 out of 9. Safety car has pulled off. No overtaking allowed yet at this point in the race because the race has not officially restarted or resumed rather. They only resumed once they cross the line. And Etienne van der Linde will lead them across the line. Martin Stein is stuck right there with him. That's a clever move from Stein. He is not as far behind van der Linde as he was earlier on in this race. And we are now under racing conditions. So there are 5 laps to go in this race. It's going to be a short, sharp sprint effectively. Stein is all over the backside of Etienne van der Linde's BMW. Van der Linde, of course, has lost some of the success ballast that he had carried in the previous race. And that means that he will probably feel happier with the handling and the performance of his car. But Martin Stein is right there with him. He won the previous race. He wants to make it 2 in a row. Steve Wyndham in 3rd position as Stein ducks to the outside. Van der Linde is defending. And it is now getting very, very dark here at AA Kyalami. Even switching on the lights won't make a difference. It's not quite that dark yet. And Stein going around on the outside. He wants to get the slingshot out of Goodyear corner. And here's the Class B fight. It's not a fight as yet. Sean van der Linde, Craig Nicholson. Nicholson won the previous race, of course, as they come around Vodacom corner to complete lap 5 out of 9.
100% there. The track conditions have cooled down, so these Bridgestone semi-slicks are going to have to work even harder than before now to try and get the grip on these big cars. And around the outside goes Martin Stein in the Alfa. Is he going to be able to hang on to it going down into the Telkom S's? He is indeed, and he has taken the lead. What a great bit of driving there, right on the pit wall. But Etienne is not keeping him behind because he's battling hard behind him, stuck in beneath. And just behind there is Stevie Wyndham, and he's in the best seat in the house at the moment, watching these two battle hard for that first place. Martin Stein now our new leader, Etienne van der Linde, and the Castrol BMW team in 2nd place. And Stevie Wyndham has been able to catch up to the back of that BM in this thing, and he's looking up the inside going into Goodyear as well. I tell you something, Wyndham means business on that BMW as well. Looks like Van der Linden might have problems.
Absolutely right. I cannot explain it. In the first part of this race, at least, Van der Linden was way ahead of everybody else after the start, and now he seems to have lost something in that car. This is interesting. It's Eckhart Schönknecht in the turbo diesel Polo leading Class C. Dave Compton taking the inside line into West Bank corner, trying to dive in there. Dave Compton, the reigning champion, and he leans on him. But it's interesting that we see this turbo diesel car actually doing the thing and right up there at the front of his field.
Starting to show what turbo diesel can do in this field, unlike what's happening with the Mercedes-Benzes at the moment, where they're taking strain. This little Volkswagen is coming into its own. Compton up the inside, and looks like he might have him. He has got him indeed. So this is a good battle between
Schönknecht.
That's the
Easy
one.
to say.
And Compton having a great battle out there.
That was such a nice... Martin Stein just getting it sideways. Four-wheel drift through Nashua corner. The tyres, as we say, are not getting the grip that they would normally expect to give because of the cooler track conditions. And now Etienne van Linde is certainly under pressure, not only from Steve Wyndham, but also Morno Jurgens. What a great performance. There's a group of the many Alfa supporters, the Alfisti, here at Kyalami, and they will have reason to celebrate if the positions remain the same as they are at the moment.
I think they'll even have reasons to celebrate if that second Alfa of Morne Jurgens can get ahead of Steve Wyndham, which I think it might do, because over the last couple of laps, I mean, they're only about 1.5 seconds, it's about 0.5 of a second between those two, and it's really tight stuff. Here's another tight stuff as well between Pasquale, and that looks as if it's, we just get dust everywhere there. Here we go.
That's Pasquale, De Bruyn. There's the little Daihatsu that won last time out, Cor Kramwinkel. He won the last race here. He's currently a little bit further back in the field. Let's see. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth in Class C. Carrying some extra weight now as well. And he's got Jazz Menon on his tail. What a nice, tight group of cars here. We didn't see that in the first race. The Class C battle has certainly come alive.
Just ahead of this Class C battle is actually Shane Williams. He's actually just ahead of those guys in the Ford. So a little bit tough stuff there. And there we go. The Alfa is into third place. Morne Jurgens is into third ahead of the Ford. And it's Alfa 1 and 3. These boys in the Alfisti are going to be losing their minds.
But I tell you what, Martin Stein is under pressure. Etienne van der Linde is coming back. He's right there with him. And Martin Stein will know all about it pretty soon. We are on lap 7. This Class C. There's the little Daihatsu of Cor Kramwinkel on the inside of Miguel Pasquale's Ford. This, in fact, is the battle for third in Class C. A battle for third in Class C. The race leader in Class C is still Dave Compton. Eckhart Schönknecht in the turbo diesel Polo is in second position. And then you have Sean Williams, and then there's battle. There's Williams just going through.
Fanny De Bruyn just getting ahead of his teammate there in the Icon. So Fanny getting out of Bungie corner and onto the Vodacom straight there and able to get ahead of his teammate. Different coloured cars, but they are from the Ford factory team there, and the Icons are having battles there.
Okay, one more chance. Just one more chance for Etienne van der Linde. Certainly Martin Stein seems to have some problems, but Etienne, I think, made a little bit of a mistake there, and he's paying for that now. Well, he is. Coming up now, through Vodacom, final time, the drag race, the flag awaits, and Martin Stein is going to do it. He got his fist there already. Martin Stein gets his second victory on the day. The Alfa supporters are absolutely crazy, and who can blame them for that? Martin Stein, 2 in a row on the day, ahead of Etienne van der Linde. Morne Jurgens, a very good result in third position. Steve Wyndham can also not feel too unhappy about fourth place. Stevie Morris in fifth ahead of Robbie Smith. And in Class B, another dominating performance by Sean van der Linde, who extends his lead in the overall production car championship by taking it from Craig Nicholson this time. Philip Kakana again on the podium, ahead of Brian Martin in the Toyota Runex. And in fifth position, a very disappointed Clint Weston, who just couldn't get it right on the day. In Class C, Dave Compton romps away with the class victory, ahead once again of Schönknecht in the Polo, the TDI Polo. Cor Kramwinkel this time with additional weight finishes in third. Shane Williams a solid fourth, and Fanny De Bruyn in fifth.
Martin, a double for the day, a great comeback.
Yes, that was an excellent race, the second race. Started third again, got past Anthony, then I had Etienne in front of me on the restart, and took a lap or two and got past him, and then just try and keep in front of him, and it lasted till the end. He tried to make a move on me. It was close, but yes, double for the day. I'm very happy for the team. I think we've worked hard in these last couple of weeks, and it's brilliant for Alfa Romeo, LG, my sponsor. I just want to thank them, Alfissimo, and my pit crew. Thank you very much. And yes, excellent. And I think we're looking forward to B.
Thank goodness all the irregularities with the regulation have been sorted out. Sean van Linde, however, still leading the championship over brother Etienne, and that's a Class B car leading over Class A. And with the production car championship, it's always going to be whoever is dominating their particular class, isn't it, Andre?
Yes, with consistency is your biggest weapon as well. You know, you can win 3 races in a row and drop out of one, and it costs you dearly. But you know, this championship is. I don't think those figures actually are indicative of how close it is and how good it is.
I think it's almost like the good old days when we saw the Super Bosses versus the BMs, except there seem to be far more manufacturers, especially in Class A. And Anthony Taylor, a bit of a loser in that one, rather than unfortunate accident in the second race.
I don't think it was premeditated in any way. You know, he was in front of Steyn. He saw the lights go red, he lifted, and Steyn ran into him, and Steyn profusely apologized afterwards. And we also saw in car that he came off.
Great to see Craig Nichols.